And we're in. And welcome to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, where today I'm going to do a bit of a review on it. So in the background, I'm just going to have gameplay of me doing time trials and some of my favorite courses in the game. So, I know a lot of other reviews have come out. You know, everybody has their own opinions, some which I agree with, some which I don't, and that's okay. I know the big talking points are this versus Mario Kart World, and I do want to address that in my video. But honestly, I just gotta say this. After playing this game to its entirety, unlocking every car you can unlock, you know, having fun with what gadgets I have unlocked, knowing there's more to unlock, just having fun on all the courses, I just gotta say, this game is easily a 9.5 out of 10 without trying. You can really let your personality fly with this in terms of what character do you want to play, what car do you want to play, how do you want to customize that car, what color do you want to put on the car, what gadgets do you want to, I love putting Big, the cat, in a bright red truck, the actual truck in the game, with a spin build where you just are meant to collide with everybody. It is hilarious, it is funny, and it is fun. And then you have this build, Metal Sonic in my customized racing car with bonuses to my stats. It's just speed incarnate, and whether or not I'm behind or ahead on lap 3, getting plus 20 all my stats are perfect for me. And that's my serious race build, and I love that. There's just so much expression in this game, and I figured out what the difference and the reason why I think this is better than Sonic. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm too excited for this game. The main difference between Sonic Racing CrossWorlds and Mario Kart World, and I believe it is as simple as this. You ready? Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a racing game. Mario Kart World is a kart racing game. Now, I don't mean that this is an actual racing game. Clearly, it's a kart racer. But I'm talking about if you were to create a spectrum, where on the left is more party, kart, gimmicky fun, that's where you'll find Mario Kart World Tour. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would be in the middle, the game that came out beforehand. And then in terms of serious racer, I feel like that's what Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is. Still has your kart racing mechanic, but it's a lot more of a serious, intense, fast racing game. I feel like that's the main difference between them. I mean, not Sonic, 1 second. Boom, we finish. Okay, next course. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about the difference, or the comparison point of World and Sonic Racing. Obviously, they're going to be compared to each other. They both came out, they're both brand new, you know, whatever. One's a few months older, who cares? But obviously the talking point is comparing the two. And yes, I do honestly believe Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is better than World Tour. But like I said, I recently played, I kid you not, back to back, I would go from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds to Mario Kart World Tour, to Crossroad, to World Tour, to Crossroad, to World Tour. I was going back and forth, and honestly, they're very good games, they're very fun, I had no problem hopping between one to the other, and that's when I realized that, yeah, what it is, there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum of kart racers. You can go all in on the party, the aesthetic, and the gimmicks, right? Mario Kart World. You can go an even mix, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which after being perfected, I mean, I do feel like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the perfect, or one of the perfect, it's Mario Kart in its perfect form. Is it the best? No, that's Double Dash. But I feel like it is Mario Kart perfected, so it's in the middle of this spectrum for kart racers. Mario Kart World Tour, sorry, too many karts in racing. Mario Kart World Tour, on the other hand, is all in on the gimmicks of kart racing. I say that because there's 24 people, there's 24 items, it has the open world mechanic. It's all about its gimmick, and that's what makes it fun. Whereas Sonic Racing CrossWorlds also is on the spectrum, but it went more all in on the personalization and racing. In other words, the competitive aspect of it. To be competitive, Mario Kart World is a thing, but let's be honest, we all know that being competitive in Mario Kart World is everybody picking the same character, the same kart, and backing. In Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, every time I play it, and every time I watch videos on it, it's nice to see the personality, the differences, the characters who everybody refuses to play Power. I love Power. And I think that's the main difference that nobody talks about is they're good racing games. They're both great racing games. But the difference is Mario Kart World Tour is a kart racer in terms of kart racer spectrum. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is in the middle of a kart racer and a speed racer racing game. And Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is all in on racing and not so much on kart racing. It lets you, and I think that's what a lot of people don't talk about, but I wanted to bring up. I'll continue on that in 1 second. Next stage. So yeah, to conclude on the subject of Mario Kart vs. Sonic, they're both great games. It's just, if you want a more fast, competitive racing kart racer, pick up Sonic. If you want a good times, laughs abound as you get hit by a million items, pick up Mario Kart World Tour. If you want an even mix between the two, pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe plus all its DLC. You're not going to be bored with it. And that's what it is. It comes down to style. It's not just as simple as Sonic versus Mario. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're ever biased, go ahead, wear that with pride. But in terms of gameplay, which is what really matters, they're just different aesthetics. They're all fun in their own regard, and that's great. So in terms of Mario Kart versus Sonic, I think Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a more faster competitive game, which is perfect for me. It feels like the kart race I've been waiting for because this is my car. I made it from its design to its colors. It's perfect. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason I'm not giving it a 10, honestly, it's because of two very small things. One, characters. The character in this roster, or the roster in this game is beautiful, it's amazing. I feel like it's missing two characters and they added two characters that don't need to be here. So I would have replaced Zaz, who, I mean, having Zavok, okay, he's a main bad guy from Sonic history. Whatever. Keep Zavok, but get rid of Zaz and bring in Chaos. And before anybody says Chaos is old, nobody cares about Chaos, go back and look at the recent Sonic games. Sonic Generations, he was there. Celebrating Sonic's past, but he was there. Sonic Forces, he was there as a selling point. Sonic frickin' Frontiers, which I just played. The ancient civilizations are designed after Chaos. Chaos is clearly on their mind, and it should be. He's the god of the Sonic world, or the only one we know about. And he's the one who created the Chaos Emerald. That's why he's Chaos. He's also protector of the Chows, which is also a key part of Sonic. So, I don't know if they were waiting for him to be a free character because they're trying to figure him out. I don't know if they had him because they don't know what vehicle to give him. I feel like he should have been in here. And as much as I love the Egg Pawn, I think you should take the Egg Pawn out and they should have had Sally Acorn. Why? Because she'd be a perfect character for the old school Sonic fans. If you know, you know. She would have been an amazing character to finish up the roster. Would have the same characters, and I think it would have celebrated all parts of Sonic. So that's one reason why it's a 9.5 out of 10. The other one is, I feel like this game needs its own Rainbow Road, quote-unquote, which I'll touch on in a second. Okay, so what do I mean by Rainbow Road? Well, I don't mean a rainbow aesthetic course, although that's a bonus. What I mean is that it is the hardest stage of the game, and it is beautifully designed, and it's meant to put your skills to the test. Every Mario game has a Rainbow Road, and almost every time, they are the most difficult stage in the game, and that's what makes it fun. And I feel like that's what's this one other aspect this game's missing. Does it ruin it? No. But is Sonic R one of the greatest racing games ever created, one of the best soundtracks for a game ever created, and I won't hear anything else? Guess what? It had a Rainbow Road in the form of, I forget what it's called and I feel horrible, but it's like, basically it's like a it's the Chaos Emerald stage. There's crystals everywhere, so it has that rainbow aesthetic, but it's also incredibly difficult. It was a reward for being the game. It was all 7 Chaos Emeralds, it was crystalline, it was difficult. It's what a final course in a racing game should be. It should say, hey, you took everything you learned, now put it into motion. And I don't feel like this game has that. It has some stages which are difficult, some which are really easy, they're all great looking, but I think we kind of needed that, stage to really put it over the top. It doesn't have to be part of a Grand Prix, or you can, I don't care. but I feel like this game needed its Rainbow Road, quote-unquote. And I think it should have been styled after Sonic R. It's, Sonic's first successful racing game in my opinion. It would have been a great shout out to the original, to the OGs who love it, like me. The music would have been easily inspired by Sonic's R soundtrack. You could do Can You Feel the Sunshine for the first lap, and the third lap could have been, what's it called? You're My Number One. Remix those, you could have it just nothing but Chaos Emeralds, Master Emeralds, and so much memorabilia from Sonic's history with all the supersonic fights. Maybe even have bosses appear. Perfect Chaos, Time Eater, Solaris, all the enemies in the background of Sonic had to use supersonic to beat. And I think it would have been the perfect track for this game. So, because I don't have those, I don't feel like I could call this a perfect 10, but everything else about this is perfect for me as a racer. It's great, I could spend hours customizing cars, I could spend hours racing. I love it, it's a great game. If you had those two changes of characters and stages, I think this would have been a perfect game. That being said, it's great. In case you're wondering overall ranking, I'd say Mario Kart World 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 8.5, Sonic Racing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is, which all this DLC is a 9. Base game 8, DLC 9, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds 9.5, Mario Kart World 8. That's my opinion on all these racing games that are being compared to each other, and that's what I feel, so feel free to let me know. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? What reasons do you think make this better? What reasons do you think this is worse? Do you think Chaos and Sally Acorn should have been in the game instead of Zaz or Eggpon? Do you think this game needed its Rainbow Road in the way I described it? Sonic R's Crystal Cavern level? Should have remixed the songs? If they had those three things, I kid you not, it'd be impossible for me to not call this a 10. But overall, I love this game, and now that I've gotten all the detailed videos out of the way, it's time to rank up. Ooh, the first time I'm playing ranked in any game. Let's go. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.